Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time once again. It is time for more spider runs. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another night of fun races and good vibes. That is what we're all about today. And with the good vibes come good runners. And today I'm very excited. Unfortunately, as you can see, we had our second match of the night postponed just because, unfortunately, Monch is not feeling super well. So he's going to try and reschedule with Crypto to organise potentially on a Tuesday night. So stay tuned for that and keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, we have two very, very, very good runners here with us tonight. I'm very excited because they're two of our newest, in fact, the two newest members of the Spider-Man 2000 speedrun community. It's Stop Jesse and Chuck Nicey. Now, the reason this is so exciting is not just because of the newness of both runners, but also because both are very, very competitive with each other, as you can see, with the best race time, very close, within 2 minutes of each other. It's looking real exciting. I'm really excited for this one to start, just because I think it's going to be a really, really, really competitive and fun race. Both these runners, absolutely lovely people. They're gonna. I know there's some rumors of a side wager, which I'm sure they'll reveal later on, should we get to once we get to the interview. So keep an eye out for that, keep an ear in for that, because I'm sure you'll all be interested to hear what that is. But two great runners, two very exciting runners, and lots going on, I think, with both runners, both running emulator, of course. Chuck Nicey with the advantage, I guess, when it comes to categories ran. I know he's very on that the comics runs at the minute, although he's having some unfortunate luck with actually getting comic runs finished and complete. Something always seems to go wrong at the minute for him, bless him. And Stop Jesse, obviously, for those of you who know, the Stop Jesse law came in as an unofficial Peter Parker challenge runner, and then slowly discovered the actual, I guess, our little speedrun hub in the Discord, and has then morphed into the very multi-talented runner that we see today, and has given lots of stuff a try. So I know both runners are going to be eyeing up each other in this race, and it'll all be friendly vibes, but competitive nonetheless. Now, let's take a look at the highlights, shall we? Let's take a look at Jesse's first, as we look at their previous races. And the alternate hostage out of bounds is an interesting one that you don't see very often. People do. I think we've only seen it twice so far this tournament, and Jesse being one of them. Now, this level, pretty good, you know. Who needs to zip? Just swag. Jesse's saying, you know what, I don't need to zip, I'll just crawl it, don't even care. So fair play to him there. Now, Rhino, if you remember Jesse's last race, for those of you who were here, had a bit of trouble with Rhino. I think not too sure about the strategy exactly on how to pull this one off. Eventually kind of figures it out with the web domes, but it took a lot longer than I think he wanted. And risky pipes. So I'm going for a risky one there. He went for the risky pipe again, but it was really unfortunate to not land. I don't know why Spider-Man didn't swing there, to be honest, but just decided not to. Now, Jesse's crawl is very interesting. Jesse's tunnel crawl, because, for those who know Jesse Law, he doesn't press R1 at all. Because he uses his index finger only to press the trigger. He doesn't have any other fingers on R1 when he does this. So this is a very, 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 very good getting those zips and knowing, I guess, the spots as to where the zips will come through. So very, very, very well trained. But because of that, you get unfortunate situations like this where it comes to Lizard Maze and it doesn't always work out. So keep an eye on those levels in particular for Jesse. Now this one, the Symbiote's Infested Bugle skip, was pretty risky, but did come through just about in the end there. And the classic, the Waterfront Warehouse skip that seems to be getting a few people these races, but third time lucky. This was Jesse's third attempt and will nail it very cleanly. So I'm sure he'll be looking to nail that first time round this time. Now, on to Chuck. This was the Omega clutch because it looked like it all went wrong there. But somehow, I don't know if that's consistent, but apparently when you get shot in midair, you can zip upwards. I didn't know that. And then we got the total despawn of this level. Still manages to save the two hostages, but then despawns, or spawns, I should say, some of the level back in. Very, very good, and clutches this one out. So this one was very, very well clutched by Chuck. in a great start to this run. Unfortunately, didn't quite go as planned later on, as you'll see for some bits, but a really promising start for Chuck there, improvising on the fly. No flying spider. You can see he got the awkward swing that kind of comes before hitting the flying spider, so maybe another attempt on that today. Combo man, Chuck nicely whipping out the combos. You love to see this when this pays off. See most people heading to go for the web dome strat, but Chuck nicely pulling off the combos. No web domes needed. I wonder if he'll do that today. We shall see. We shall see. Now, I call these the Icarus pipes. We all know about God pipes, but do you know about Icarus pipes? Flying too close to the sun, getting greedy. I didn't get that upward swing that he was after. Oh, flew too close to the sun. And speaking of too close to the sun, the complete opposite, too close to the floor there. I can't believe this happened again. Two runners now, and both the runners facing off against each other now. Chuck and Jesse managing to fall through the train. Very, very, very unfortunate indeed. And another attempt at the flying spider. Not quite there. So Chuck, he seems fairly confident about his flying spider ability. So I'm hoping we'll see him potentially land it in this race. Now, good start. We had some good zips there in the tunnel, but unfortunate end did not quite pay off. And this stupid garage door getting stuck to this, causing issues and falling into the level, the load zone for the next level there, which is very annoying. And just swing Spider-Man. Like, come on, dude. I don't know why Spider-Man just didn't swing there. That's unfortunate. And on the back of a few unfortunate mishaps in Chuck's previous run, it was really, really good to see him clean this out so nicely. First attempt at Waterfront Warehouse and nails it first try. So, hoping to see that again as well. This run comes down, I think, to execution. Who can execute the best now? Who has been putting in the time? Which of the runners, obviously, like I've said, both the newest runners to the community, who's been able to master their craft the most, and who is going to pull it off today? Who's the consistency is the key, really, in races, and the ability to improvise on the fly should things go wrong. So we'll see who manages to pull that off today. Let's check in with both runners. You can see both runners are here with their games. Let's just check in to make sure they are ready. And we can get this race underway, ladies and gentlemen. It does look like both runners are in position. Very exciting. And so, I think we can count them down. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. In 3. In 2. In 1. Start your engines. It's time to go. Okay, Chuck is off. Jesse, there we go, is off as well. So, a little bit of time difference in between, so don't be too shocked. Should Jesse look like he's slightly further behind? It's all about the timers today. Now let's see. I don't know what Chuck will opt to do. It looks like he is opting to go for the initial safety strat. This does waste 2 seconds, but it's still less risky than doing the web cancelling strat of going around the building. So, like to see it. But Jesse, not letting that phase him. He'll go the risky strat. He'll go the risky route. Looks like he's going to pay off for him. Landing on the building, but that's fine. Yeah, love to see it. Love to see it. Okay. Good starts for both races so far. Approaching the building. The Jade Syndicate. Don't know if you knew. Is the Jade Syndicate. And now we'll see how clean this execution is. Can he defeat all enemies at once? Single web ball. That should be the last one. And it is. Looking good. Okay, now it's Jesse's turn. Stepping up to the plate. Climbing the building. Jumping into position. One web ball and a web dome. One fella left. That's fine. Looks good. Okay. Chuck, in the meantime, inside the bank. Struggling a little bit with the out of bounds for a hostage situation here. Gives a bit of a chance for Jesse to potentially pull ahead here. If he manages to nail this. Okay, he's opting to restart. And actually, Jesse gets the alternate out of bounds first try. So, with this, Jesse will be ahead.
Well, I hope they don't mind.
Let's see if Chuck has any better luck this time round. Trying to find Out of bounds.
Looks like I've got company.
There we go. Okay, he's got it. Right. We're away. We're away to the races. Okay, both runners now inside the very sketchy bank that just doesn't have floors or walls. I wouldn't personally use this bank as my bank, but that's fine. Jesse has made it through. All hostages are safe for Chuck, and he'll be making it to the next level. Also, this is looking good. This is looking good so far. Chuck a little bit behind just because of the unfortunate mishaps with the out of bounds there, but both runners now approaching the bomb, which again, a clean bomb or an unclean bomb can make all the difference. So I see, so bomb button pressed at 2:43, that was roughly. And we're looking at 2:56, 2:57 for Chuck, so you can get a kind of idea of roughly how far apart they are, even though they look similar on your screens. Pay attention to the timers. The timers are what matter here. With Jesse starting just slightly late in comparison to Chuck. Okay. Oh, there we go. Right button pressed. The bomb is in. 133. And Chuck with a slightly faster 136. Okay. Now, that is the skips out of the way for a nice portion of time now. It's all about movement for this next span of levels. First of all, we're going to be heading to the Daily Bugle. This is where, again, tides could turn once we hit the Daily Bugle. If Scorpion goes well or not, I could turn the tides immediately. Both runners making their way towards the Daily Bugle. Swing cancelling. This is a very advanced mechanic. They make it look easy, but swing cancelling, well, is very tricky. There's something to keep in mind watching both runners. If they pull this off, the big thing to be proud of. Oh, and Jesse got the swing around, but swung them back into the building, which was unfortunate, which means momentum is lost. We'll then opt to zip up here. It looks like Chuck managing to make it. They both make it to the building, actually, at the same time. And we'll jump across to the Daily Bugle. Almost in sync here. Not the band, but the phrase. In sync. You can see a slight time difference. Almost like spot on with the cutscenes there in time. So Jesse is still slightly ahead. Do keep that in mind. Again, keep an eye on the timers. But we'll see now if either pull ahead or get slowed down as a result of J. Jonah Jameson. Oh, and it's Jesse. It's Jesse who's fallen prey to J. Jonah Jameson's ways today. Chuck Nicey pulling off a very clean one cycle. Unfortunately, Jesse will have to take on Scorpion in the second room. That is unfortunate, but it will pull time back a little bit and will put Chuck just ahead. Now, again, these next sections, all about movement. People take alternate paths on this level. Some less risky than others. Depends on how you're feeling, I guess, and what you want to do. Okay, Chuck, not quite landing flat on that building. And I think kind of by muscle memory, pressed X to start jumping, but we all do that. We all do that. I know I do that, certainly. Chuck has made it now. The missile attack. The loudest level in the game, perhaps. There you go, Jesse. Nice and smooth across these buildings. Chuck with some nice smooth zips. This is all looking good. It's all down to movement. Oh, and Jesse paying a visit to the police officers inside that little alcove there, saying hello. And we'll move on now to missile attack also. This is looking very competitive so far. Really not much in it at all. Chuck just taking a slight lead thanks to the shenanigans of J. Jonah Jameson, preventing Jesse from getting the one cycle. Nice sips all around so far. Chuck making his way to the next level. Jesse gonna avoid the sniper. We'll zip up on this next part. Now, will Jesse swag it out again and just crawl, or will he zip on this last one? Let's see. Ah, the zip. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay. That is faster than crawling, funnily enough. So, glad to see he's incorporated that this time round. Okay. Onwards and upwards for our runners. Chuck making his way to the yellow glass windows, which you can actually swing through, even if they're not destroyed. Fun fact. Both looking really clean, though. Both have kept great height in this first section of the level, which puts them nicely. Continuing on, Chuck looking stressed, perhaps. Looking stressed, but he's doing well so far, so should be feeling, hopefully, a little less stressed maybe than he was feeling towards the end of his last race. Okay, on goes Jesse, swinging in. It looks like Chuck is going to attempt the flying spider. Will it pay off today? Lining it up, trying to find that green. Trying to find that green. There it is. Oh, and no. No swinging today for Spider-Man. No flying today. At least so far. So, Chuck will go for the regular route. Let's see, Jesse, it looks like will go straight into the regular route. So, a little bit of time maybe for Jesse to catch up here. Oh, and Chuck doesn't quite cancel the swing properly. And so we'll hit the cutscene. So it's a slight time loss there. Not too much, but is still a slight time loss. We'll see if Jesse... There we go. Jesse does get the cutscene skip. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so this is almost pretty much tied up. I think Chuck still very slightly in the lead. It's really not by much at all. Really not by much. Let's see. We can kind of check based on when they hit these kind of markers. As soon as Chuck finishes this level, let's see what time he's on, and then same with Jesse as well. We'll be able to figure it out. Chuck taking the upper route for this level. Going to go up and above the rooftops, whereas Jesse putting his swing cancelling to action and will make his way around the side of the buildings. This is looking real good for him. Just got to clean it out now. Both runners, here we go. Look at this. Almost in sync as we make our way over to Rhino. So Rhino... Okay, so it does look like, actually, based on that, Jesse is in the lead, hitting the barrier for the next level just slightly faster in the timer than Chuck. It's really, really, really close, though. There's really nothing in it at all. And here we go, another boss fight that may decide things. Okay, Jesse going for web domes. Chuck on the combo strat again. Does take a punch, as does Jesse. And now Chuck, as a result of that, will lock in for web domes. Okay, so both runners now on web domes. We'll finish Rhino almost exactly at the same time. Almost in sync. You love to see it. You love to see it, but Jesse's still slightly ahead. I love this. I love when we get things in sync. So satisfying. Love it. Love it. Okay. Jesse's still slightly ahead, but not by much. So 10:07 is when Chuck entered this level. It was like 10:02, 10:03 for Jesse. It's really, really close. Oh, okay. Chuck losing some height there. Recovers it nicely, though. Still looking nice. Still looking nice. Now, what would be good is, as someone in the chat has suggested, Mr. Monch, which we all say, get well soon, Monch. It would be good if I could figure out a way to freeze Chuck's stream for a few seconds so that the timers do synchronize. I wish I knew how to do that. I wish. There probably is a way to do that. I'm not clever enough so far to know how to do that on the fly. So, something to think about for next time. Look at this. In sync as we swing to this building. Oh, I love it. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So you can see with this, it's roughly maybe like 7-8 seconds that Jesse has currently on Chuck. So again, really not anything in it at all. This very much feels like a Spyron Sotalia race, except both runners make it through this building the first try, and one of them doesn't have to restart. Or unfortunate, Byron. Feel sorry for me, guys. Feel sorry for me. Okay, both runners now trying to race Venom to this end spot. Let's see if any of them can make it in good time before Venom gets there. Chuck landing on top of the building. Jesse, look at this though. I feel like Jesse, swing cancelling is really, really going well for him today. Loses a bit of height at the end there, but clearly confident in his swing cancelling, as we've seen in many situations in this race where Chuck has maybe opted for something safer. Jesse's saying, no, I am confident in my mechanics. Okay, so 12-16 entering this level, 12-11 for Jesse. So again, the seconds closing very slightly, and it could make a difference. The boss fights are always a good way potentially for runners to either pull ahead or lose time if you're unfortunate. Both runners opting to stand on the manhole cover to stay central. It's a good strat. Means that you don't have to run too far any direction to find Venom. Here we go. Will Jesse manage to get this last web cartridge? Oh, not quite. Not quite. Okay. Something to keep in mind. Web cartridges going into this next section of the game. He will obviously get a few back when it comes to the subway. But Chuck on 6 so far, so it's looking good for him. Jesse on 3. Now both runners approaching the pipes. Will anyone go for danger pipes? Oh, I thought Chuck maybe would have gone for it then. I got a bit scared. Looks like both runners opting to just swing nice and chill over the top of the pipes. No risky business. Never mind. Okay, Jesse going for a bit of risky business at the air. Probably the safest of the underswings. Just because there's not too much distance that you have to cover at that last one. Still looking good. Okay, let's just see. Let's check in on timers again here. As Chuck does manage to finish this slightly faster. So Chuck ends this on 13:50. When's Jesse going to win this? It's like 13:50. Okay, I think we're tied, ladies and gentlemen. That says to me that we are tied. So, coming into God Pipes, certainly a good place to be tied. Again, Jesse, swing cancelling has been on point this race. Chuck looking to prove himself here. Losing a bit of height. Might opt to keep it safe. Yes, will do. Going to keep it safe here. Is Jesse in the meantime? No! Oh, where it counts. Where it all counts. Jesse, unfortunately, the swing cancelling did not come through for him there and dies. Takes a death. Ah, that's unfortunate. Now, that does mean Chuck will pull ahead. Leading into both players' potentially most dangerous level. It is the subway. I'm sure they're both going to try to not fall through the subway this time. But, here we go. Jesse, round 2. Landing on the pipes for safety this time. Trying to find the green. Finds the green there. There we go. Nice and high. And beautiful. Swings right into the door. Looking very nice. Okay. Both runners approaching. And Chuck with an inside the homie strat. Has pulled out his phone. Has taken off his headphones. And he's getting up. Where's he going? What could he be doing? Okay. Got a table. What's he doing on the table? What's going on? Hold on. My screen's very small. Hold on. I'm going to have to pull this up and blow this up a little bit. Has he got some binders? Some piece of paper? Lego? Are we... Oh, wait. Okay, he's Lego. He's Legoing. He's Legoing, guys. He's Legoing right now in chat. We've got Jesse on a hug the homies, and so we'll not be able to pull off any shenanigans. But Chuck Nicey, let's see. Okay, I don't know what it is that he's Legoing right now, but he's certainly Legoing. I wonder how far he'll get. Now, some of you have noted, yes, that Chuck's feed is slightly down. Let me try and fix that on the fly. Thank you very much for noting. We can definitely try and fix that on the fly. I'm almost certain. So, ladies and gentlemen, please bear with me while I try and do this. In the meantime, please enjoy. Jesse's hugging the homies. And Chuck Nicey's Lego building abilities. Now, a bit of Chuck lore. You'll notice on the far right of your screen, of Chuck's webcam, I should say, there is the Daily Bugle. Daily Bugle, Spider-Man set. Okay, he's back. He's locked in. Didn't get too far with the Lego. That's fine. That is fine. It's more than fine. But a nice hobby, guys. I don't know if anyone else is into Lego in the chat, but a nice hobby. Quite relaxing. Quite relaxing. What I'll do is let me see if I can fix speed very slightly for everyone.
I'm already at full health. Where am I now? Venom is gonna pay big time.
There we go. Hold on. Transition across. I realize I switched the wrong thing. There we go. Right. We're locked in, ladies and gentlemen. We're locked in. And the graphics are looking fine now. Everything's looking smooth. Not quite a super train for Jesse. It's going to be frame perfect. That's good for him. Chuck straight through. Love to see it. And we love to see that neither player dying on Subway. Liking it. Okay, Chuck. No skipping leg day. That's what we like. Chuck's Spider-Man has been to the gym. Now Jesse making his way to the same point. See how fast he's in the switches here for Chuck. Up he goes. Up. Caught up a little bit here. That's fine. He's straight through. Very good as well. Will Jesse skip leg day? No, he will not. And there we go. Chuck's through. Lost a little bit of time there. So maybe chance now for Jesse to close the lead. Close in. And try and pull back. Now let's be careful. Oh.
Looks like I better time this
No
right.
falling in the water. Nice and clean from Jesse. Okay, so this is where it could count now, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone's favorite level. It's tunnel crawl. Chuck getting the zip there. Minimum you need is one zip on either lower section and all the zips in the middle as a minimum. I think Chuck needs one more good zip here, potentially. No, we'll fall in. Okay. Okay, right. This is where things get interesting. Jesse, again, we know he doesn't use R1. So this could come down to potentially a mistake on Jesse's end for Chuck to pull it back.
Looks like I better time
Looking good so far for him, though. Just needs to nail this last one. Oh, and he does. Okay, that definitely puts Jesse in the lead then.
Move it, Spidey, move it.
Jesse conquering the tunnel. Now, the question is, what comes next for Jesse? Is it a straight swing now?
Gotta keep moving.
It is. Okay. Straight swing. Chuck. No! He's tricked me. He's tricked me. Look at this. Deceived. He is going for the spider fly. Okay. Lining it up. He's going for it. Oh! Oh! He's done it. He's in. He's in. He's down. He's down. Oh! He's done it! Oh, I actually can't believe he's just done that. That's incredible. Okay. Jesse making it look easy. Chuck struggling a little bit. And we'll opt for the regular route. Okay. Wow, Jesse pulling out the big guns in this race. That's so sick to see. Okay. Wow, I am in shock. I feel deceived. He tricked us into thinking he wasn't going to do it and then did it. What a smooth skip as well. Just like fell into that the loading zone as well. Crazy. Okay, that's one for the highlight reels. That's one for the highlight reels. Now, as Jesse makes his way then to the lizard maze, Chuck will be approaching Venom's puzzle.
All of the sewer pass gates.
Go double button. Nice and smooth. Now, this is where, though, there could be some time to be caught up here for Chuck because, as we've said, Jesse, not someone to press the R1 button when it comes to these zips, and so I think we'll opt to crawl the majority of the way in this tunnel. So if Chuck can get any zips off, he can certainly bridge this gap and close this lead. Here we go. You can see getting some zips in here. Trying to find some. Not able to find any quite yet. Jesse has made his way to the warm wall. And he's looking for the skip. Nice zip there from Chuck. Nice zip again. Looking good. Jesse has made it. Oh my days. Whoa. Okay, Chuck. Playing with my heart. Getting me scared. That's okay. I didn't need sleep anyway. Who needs sleep? I'll just be running on adrenaline. That's all fine. Bit scared there. Okay, Chuck in position. Locked in. The tilt move. We like to see. And the level spawned in for him as well, so he can see where he's going. Looking good. Both runners executing this last section of not Venom's puzzle. This is Lizard's maze. Both runners executing the last section of Lizard's maze very, very well. Now, Venom 2. Chuck approaching it now. Jesse missing the web ball, so went in with the combo, but didn't have time to put on the web gloves. Venom spawning at the other side again. Okay, hits him with one. Needs a second. Okay. Jesse improvising where he can. Hasn't managed to hit the combo, though, with... Oh, and Phase Venom out to play with Chuck. Okay, so this could be where things take a turn. For either runner. Jesse does manage to finish off Venom. But he's still slightly in the lead. Chuck getting some unfortunate spawns as well. Will Phase Venom come out again? Nope, he's going to jump this time. Very nice. Just one more combo needed for Chuck. As Jesse approaches the Daily Bugle, is infested with symbiotes. Ah, there we go. Looking good. Very nice. Chuck finishing that level off very cleanly. We'll try and get that web cartridge, and does. Okay, here we go, Jesse. No! Oh, just as he's about to attempt the skip. That pesky symbiote giving him the spit.
Here it is, the record.
And so, I think as a result of that, this is pulling it slightly closer. Jesse's still slightly in the lead. Again, pay attention to the timers. Jesse under the floor. Oh, and I think that's too short. And now, interesting. Okay, interesting. Chuck going for the alternate skip. Trying to find this out of bounds here that lets you zip through the wall and to the other side, which does the exact same thing as going in between the filing cabinet and the wall. Just trying to find... Needs to be, I think, a bit further inside the wall. I think it's really tough to tell when you're inside the wall properly, and then if you force the jump too hard, that happens where you jump to the wrong wall then. And so, as a result, it looks like both runners then now opting for the no-skips route. So, unfortunate, Chuck couldn't quite get that nailed there, but really good to see a different strategy coming out as well.
I've never seen a place this empty.
Okay, Jesse has made it to the elevator. Chuck, again, not too far behind though. Some nice zips in the vents. Speed this up very slightly. Okay, Jesse lands on the light. Finds the green. And he's out of bounds. Lands on the correct floor. Hits the button. And he's through. Nice and smooth. Now, Chuck, let's see if he can get the same done. As Jesse does approach, stop the presses. Okay, Chuck will go on the back wall. Tries to find the green before the symbiote starts spitting. Gets it just as he starts spitting as well. This is looking good. Does it mean... Oh, no, I wondered if Chuck was going to go for the jumping into the load zone, but actually will just land on the final floor. That is fine. That is fine. Nice and smooth. Okay, both runners now unstop the presses. Jesse about to get to the end of the level.
There's one down.
See? Nice and smooth through and hits the loading trigger. Excellent. Okay, Bugle Basement. Perhaps one of, if not the hardest skip in the game in terms of execution, just because you've got to be really quick on that turnaround. Really, really rough for new runners for this game. So we'll see. There we go. Out of bounds and down the chute. Brilliant. Excellent execution there from Chuck as well. Okay, Jesse. Lining it up. Lining it up here. Okay, just needs to turn around at the correct time and has done. Rolls over nicely. Right, and here we go. Chuck now going for the lineup as well. And he's through as well. Okay, now both runners. It's a race now to who can commit to the swing first. It looks like Chuck has... Jesse, sorry, has gotten it. Ah, but I think he's up too early there. Both runners, I think, are up too early there. Yeah, absolutely. Now, interestingly, Chuck, it looks like he's going for the second backup strat, which is faster than running this level through. Out of bounds. Oh my days, has he done it? I think he has. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay, we've seen Jesse. No, I can't believe it. We jinxed him. Oh, no, I can't believe it. Oh, I should have just kept my mouth shut. That's a commentator's curse right there. Oh, man, that was so clean as well. The backup strat, the out of bounds. And Jesse doing well to get the cutscene skip at least for this level. And so we'll make his way to Mysterio. Oh, man, I'm gutted for Chuck. Right, let's see him try and pull this off then. The original strat from here needs to make the jump. Gets the swing. Okay, this is looking good. Oh, but zips up too early again. Yeah, and he's going to have to run it. He's going to have to run it. Oh, and falls in the elevator. For good measure. Okay. That's unfortunate as well.
That's cool.
Right, while Jesse takes on Mysterio, Chuck will be
Where'd he come from?
making his way over to the level. Say hi to Mike. We said hi to Mike. With Jesse as well. We'll actually say hi to Mike this time with Chuck. And a clean execution on Mysterio for Jesse now. Here we go. Is that symbiote going to jump in the way? What a pesky guy. What an absolutely ruthless guy. Oh, it's just unfortunate stuff. The symbiote's not playing nice for Chuck in this level. And so we'll move on to Mysterio, slightly behind Jesse. Now, Jesse on Waterfront Warehouse. This is where there's been a few letdowns for our runners in these races. Can he land this skip? He's made it out of bounds. Lining up. Goes for the jump. Okay, shuffles over. Stops, I think, at the right time. This is looking good. No, okay, interesting. I thought that lineup was pretty clean, but potentially may have stopped pushing forward too early or was still pushing forward and stopped pushing forward too late. I'm not sure there, but good opportunity now for Chuck to catch up. He's towards the back end of the Mysterio fight. Jesse pulling this off again or trying to. Really, really competitive race. This is still so far. Really close. Really, really close. Right, Jesse going for it again. I might be slightly too far to the left. That might be okay. Oh, he's done it. Okay, he's in. He's locked in. Right, Chuck needs to land this first time, ideally. Now, one thing that is important to mention, ladies and gentlemen, that the comic you just saw on your screen is in Fetty's possession. That is important to note at this time right now. Please keep that in mind as Chuck Nicey doesn't quite get him back out of bounds properly. He's trying to cheese it. But no, okay, and we'll just opt for no skips. Right, this will put him quite far behind in comparison to Jesse here now. Jesse's going to hope that things continue to go well for him now. All it takes, though, is a disaster on any of these following levels for Chuck to catch up.
Looks like a hidden passage.
Trying the generator, 2 left for Chuck. Jesse, gonna pick up some web cartridges in the meantime. This is important as well. Gonna make sure you want to have enough web cartridges to get a good, clean execution on Carnage.
For the generators, time to get to the bottom of this.
Jesse had a bit of trouble there after picking up the cartridge to spin Spider-Man around. Oh, watch out for the lasers. Watch out for the lasers.
There must be something big down there.
Thank goodness we're not running this on hard.
Spider sense tingling.
Okay, Chuck making his way down the vent and onwards. Both players go to their next respective levels. Chuck and Jesse, our 2 newest members of the community,
What a rush!
in a one-on-one for all the glory. Oh gosh, Jesse's scaring me a little bit there. That's fine. Chuck is running very low on web cartridges. You'll see there, only the 1. So I wonder if he'll opt to pick up some more web cartridges as we go along.
Hey,
Interesting. Okay.
built this place?
Chuck has cutscene skip. Hold on, can someone confirm? Does Chuck add... I didn't notice that he did, if he has.
Somebody doesn't want me here.
Alright. Potentially Chuck has cutscene skip. Now, this is something that I've missed.
The heating bill for
If this is the case.
enormous.
But this will... Ah, because of the walls. Because of the walls. Because of the walls. Okay, right. So potentially here,
The lasers.
Chuck has nailed somehow the cutscene skip. Which means if things continue to go his way, Chuck could potentially just pull this back at the very, very nature of just less cutscenes and less time to sit through. Interesting. Okay. Something to keep an eye on then. Keep your eye on Chuck's screen. We'll know for certain when he gets to Dr. Octopus this is true. Stop Jesse's there now. We shall see. Will Jesse go for the one cycle? Is it one button so far? Okay, Chuck. It's his second to last button.
He's ready to blow.
Jesse, for him, 2 more buttons to press. For Dr. Octopus. Final button for Chuck now. Keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll know for certain now if he has the cutscene skip. Chuck, back to Lego?
Yes, that does it.
Oh no, I thought he was going back to build some Lego for a little bit. What's he got there?
It worked.
Hey, what else is a
he got
Spider-Man
there?
for? You go and get some help.
Oh, Payday.
Behind all this.
Interesting. Ah,
You got it.
nice.
I'll be back.
Payday 3 I heard was a bit of a letdown, but Payday 2, one of the best games ever made, I think. Oh, okay. Jesse went for the web dome variation. Yeah, look at this, the cutscene skip. He has got it.
He's right.
All right, interesting.
Power away from his shield.
Right, this really makes things interesting then. If Chuck can nail
Yes, his shield is drawing
the one
power from
cycle,
his, but
this does pull him ahead.
draw more power.
Jesse, at the minute, on the second cycle of Dr. Octopus, this is unprecedented. We've not seen the cutscene skip in the races so far. Very, very rare, and we're still really not yet sure what causes it, but somehow Chuck has managed it. Maybe this was his plan all along. Maybe Chuck has the strats all along to cutscene skip. It's not shared with anyone. Jesse, 2 cycles.
Time to pay the piper, Ock.
Oh, and I don't think this is going to be the one cycle for Chuck.
Uh-oh. Looks
Get
like
some
his
damage
shield
in,
is
but
regenerated.
it was very quick on the button press. So, this is where it all comes into play then. I don't know if this will make enough of a difference now. I mean, it still could. It still could. But Jesse is shredding Carnage as we speak. Damn. If it all comes down to the Monster Rock,
What are you doing?
that would be exciting. But it's going to have to be... I mean, Chuck's going to have to get a really clean Carnage. Jesse has already finished Carnage, so I'm not sure. Going for the combo again. Finishes him off. Oh, just in time. I was a bit scared. I was a bit scared then. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Chuck moves on to Carnage. Jesse now
Sonic.
trying to close out his run. Here we go. Chuck lining Carnage up. Pins him over there to the left. And we'll lock him in nicely, it looks like now. But they're shredding. Now, in the meantime, Jesse gets caught in a corner, but that's fine. We'll see now. Jesse's swinging has been pretty good. I would say his movement's been pretty good all run. Apart from a few mishaps. And then this is where it's all going to have to count as well. Chuck isn't going to be that far behind, honestly. A mistake from Jesse could cost him dearly at this point. And good speed and good swinging from Chuck. Nice. We got the flat Spider-Man going into the freeze frame. He's got the comic. He's got the smiles. And here we go. The cutscene skip. Takes him straight into the start of this level. Let's see how clean both these runners will be now as Jesse towards the middle half of the Monster Truck chase.
Press R1 to zip line up quickly.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of the result of this race now, what a race this has been for both runners. They've had the ups, they've had the downs, they've had the clean execution. We had Jesse pull off the tunnel crawl skip. We had Chuck pull off the backup strat for Bugle Basement. So, regardless of the results, I think they've got to be happy with those. Really clean races. And something to note, I'm not sure if this is true of both of them. I do think Jesse is on PB pace here as well. We'll find out certainly, at least at the end in the interview. But it does look like I think Jesse is going to take this. Coming round to the final floor. He's nearly there now. Chuck not quite on the same level yet. Still a few levels below where Chuck is. Chuck will swing into the second to last corridor, the penultimate corridor now. And I think this is going to be a PB for Jesse and a victory for him as well. And there we have it, 38:30. I am pretty certain that's a PB. I am pretty certain that's a PB for Jesse. And a victory in this race. Congratulations. Stop Jesse takes the win. And our first left side winner of the week as well. Very exciting. Very, very happy. I'm sure he'll be thrilled with that run. Really, really nice. Here comes Chuck as well. Closing it out. Wow, guys, what a run. What a run from both runners here. What a race this was. Purely, purely competitive. All the way through. Really, really close. As we've mentioned, skips hitting for some, skips not hitting for others. Just a wholesome race all around, really. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Chuck rounding his last corner now. And we'll clock in at 39:36, I think that was. 39:36, I want to say. And gets the cutscene skip, of course. So we don't even get to see the cutscene that Jesse's playing through now. But there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure that's a PB for both runners. In that case. Wow. Great stuff. Great stuff. What a race all around. Now, both runners are about to join me here in the channel. Guys, what a run. What a race. I mean, initial thoughts from both of you, please. How are you feeling? Ah.
There, I couldn't hit Bugle Basement either.
Did you see what happened to my Bugle Basement?
No, I did not.
The first one was I missed the initial setup, and then I did the backup that Nilo has done against the boiler, and I got it, but I jumped wide at the very end and fell through.
Dude, I hate that.
So I had to go through the whole thing and say hi to Mike.
Yeah, I almost had it, but I zipped too early, and it just didn't appear for me.
Yeah.
So I had to go say hi to Mike as well.
Yeah, it was both of you had really good attempts on the Bugle Basement. It was just unfortunate, yeah, that it didn't quite work out for either of you. Now, so Chuck, I know you're saying you weren't watching the stream. Unfortunately, Jesse, well, not unfortunately for you, Jesse, you are today's winner with the 38:30 that you got there. So congratulations to you.
Good work, Jesse.
Tell me about, well, first of all, before we get into anything, the tunnel crawl skip, dude. I can't believe you pulled that out. That was so sick. I'm really, really impressed that we got to see that today. I mean, tell me, I saw you post in the Discord not too long ago. You thought you'd cracked it a little bit. How did it feel to pull that off in this run?
I felt so relieved because I know Chuck is the king. Okay, he's the king of the Spider Fly. Okay, and I knew it was gonna come down to Spiderfly, and I was like, oh, I have to learn it. And I'm so happy I pulled it off. There's so many times where I missed the barrier, and this one came out of luck. I'm surprised that it slightly shifted inside to the next level, because in my head I said, shoot, it's gonna shift out.
Yeah, it was really clean. You've almost fell like straight into the thing. I don't think you even need to like swing at the end. You just fell straight into the end trigger. So really, really clean. I guess next question then for you. But I mean, well, first of all, as well, Jesse, was that a PB? Is that a PB as well from you?
By 7 seconds.
That's what we like to see. The 7-second
Nice
PB.
work.
Excellent. Wow. Well, look, it was a really competitive race all the way through. It really came down to just those few extra skips and this just a bit of extra luck potentially that Jesse had on some levels. And obviously, Chuck, unfortunately, some levels weren't as clean for you. I mean, Chuck, obviously, you said you felt terrible about the Bugle basement, but your run overall, how do you feel that went? How are you feeling?
I overall, it started with a lot of nerves. And I think what got me shaken was the hostage situation and having to restart that. And I think that carried over to some sloppy execution in all the police levels. So, and then of course missing the spider fly at Scale the Girders. I think that's what shook me up. But once we got to the subway, I was feeling a little bit better about it. And then like a roller coaster right back down uh as soon as Symbiotes Infest didn't work out, and uh thank God I got elevator descent. I think overall this was a roller coaster of emotions that just ended on a uh downward portion for me.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Subway, Chuck, you went and started building some Lego. What was the Lego set? We have to know. What were you trying to build there?
Uh I am I was doing chapter 3 as I call them of the Tranquil Garden set. Looks like a
Oh,
little Japanese garden with a little hut and a bunch of trees and like a koi pond. It's really beautiful. I'm really looking forward to finishing it.
nice. We'll have to see. I guess the commitment would be good if every time you do a run now during Subway, that's when you can. That's the only time you can start building the Lego. We'll see how many Subways and how many runs it takes for you to get now the set fully built. I think that would be funny.
Don't think I haven't thought of it. Maybe
Okay,
I'll just do that.
nice. Now, the next question for you both. I believe you were speaking to me earlier before we started this run that there was a bit of a side bet going on here. Do either of you want to speak to that as to what that was and what the result of that will mean now as well with the result of this race?
So I'll pitch it because it was my idea. Because in my head, I was like, I might lose to Chuck. If I lose to Chuck, at least I'll come with an award of a loser trophy of a shirt to wear for the next tournament. But the deal for this was, the winner will have to buy the loser the shirt of their choice.
Interesting. And Jesse, do you have something already picked out, or is this are you gonna go away now and craft that?
Let me send it to you on Discord.
Okay, interesting. Right, we can pull it up live, ladies and gentlemen. We can pull it up live. I don't know if Chuck,
Well,
have you seen this? Do you know what he's gonna pull out here?
I don't know what he's going to pull out, but since we're probably not going to see it, I'll go ahead and show off what I have as best as I
Oh,
can in
please
front of
do.
the
Yeah.
camera. So, uh, I have this pink shirt here, and let's see. You can't quite see the text, but it has a picture of Spider-Man on the subway, and the subtitles say "Subway Fallers Rise Up."
That's so good. Oh.
uh,
Oh, brilliant.
I
Okay.
went a little safe on my route because in my head I was like, I don't want to make it too worse. Because in my head was thinking like, uh, I was thinking also pink, but I was trying to figure out what's a good shirt to pull out, but I couldn't figure out a good shirt till I found this one.
Oh, I
This
really
one's
like
very
that.
nice.
I really like that. I'm looking forward to putting that on for the next round or whenever it's available.
Uh, Just send me your address and I'll send it to you.
Can do. Thank you.
Lovely. All right. Look forward to seeing that next time Chuck is on your screens. Now, I guess a final kind of wrapping up words. So both of you, I think, potentially not done as well as I'm sure you'd have both liked to have done throughout the kind of course of this seeding phase. Going into the bracket stage now, what are your hopes coming into the bracket stage? Are you hoping to push it far? Are you looking to make maybe a run in the losers bracket? I'm not sure if you've got any strats prepared or things that you're going to wear specifically to practice. Tell me a bit about your thoughts, I guess, going into the bracket stage and what that means for you. Jesse, if you can start us off.
For the winners bracket, I'm hoping to at least get through one of the matches before I end up appearing on the losers bracket. I do not want to go up against Soda.
Same,
Mr. Monch, I think he's like the top tier I want to go up against. Even though I know I'm gonna lose. But long times back, when I first started streaming, I called out Mr. Monch to beat him in the Peter Parker challenge. So I want to beat him on easy. Any percent.
Excellent. And then I guess, yeah, Chuck, same question, but then I guess, do you have a matchup as well that you're looking forward to potentially in this bracket round?
I'm getting my lunch handed to me at every single turn so far, so I don't think I have any preference of runner. In this case, what I'm hoping for is that if the next one is going to be the last one, that I put on a good show. That's all I care about.
Lovely.
Chuck, I definitely believe you should go up against Felicia. Because, again, I feel very bad about that subway. Because I felt it as well when I went up against Fetty. I want to see another match with you versus Felicia. I think you need your redemption arc.
I like that. Yeah, I think that'd be excellent.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't think everything's quite locked in place yet as to how the tournament is looking going into now the bracket stage. We've still got a few races left before everything is definitely settled and the dust is settled and things are moved across. So we'll see as we progress now into the rest of round 3 what will happen for your two runners on your screen right now. But just to close us out then, Jesse, Chuck, any final words that you'd like to give everyone watching tonight?
Make sure you follow. Make sure you donate. Join the Discord because we're very active and we're very friendly. And I don't know anything else, Chuck. Help me out here.
I mean, from me personally, great job, Jesse.
Oh,
I've said it before. You are doing fantastic work at learning this speed run and getting better and better and better. And I'm really excited to see how the rest of this tournament goes out for you, especially because you are putting in great work and putting out a great performance as well. And as far as any sort of uh shilling for the channel goes, uh keep in mind that last we checked before this stream started, we are 10 followers away from affiliate. So
8 now.
if 8, fantastic. Well, if you did like this run and you want to, get notified about more, follow and hit the bell on the stream.
Yeah, I can say the exact same thing with Chuck. Chuck did put up a great fight. He did work hard. He is the king of Spiderfly. Even though he did mess up his attempts, that does not take away the value of what I see from him. He is the king of Spiderfly, and there's no discussion about it. I appreciate Chuck. I like him as a friend and as a what is it? Not an enemy, but
A rival?
yeah, exactly, a rival.
Oh man, guys, can it get any more wholesome? I'm not sure. I think this is a perfect place to end. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in today. Thank you again to Jesse and Chuck for racing today. We will be back very soon We should be back tomorrow, in theory, with Zo versus Nilo, and we'll be back soon as well then with Monch and Crypto once that does get rescheduled. But do stick around for the rest of the week. Don't stick around now because obviously the stream's going off, but do stick around and follow, as both runners have said, to make sure you're up to date as to when the next race goes live. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next time. Take care, and may the skips be ever in your favor.